Bradley Aiden Johnson here, and I just wanted to do a video on depth, right? And it's squats. And the importance of hitting depth every single time. You have to hit your depth on squats as a matter of course. It's not like form that can degrade based on the weight. So like if the weight gets really heavy, your back may round on a deadlift, or your bicep curl, you might be able to do the last rep, so you kind of put a little bit of momentum into it. If you change your form on a squat to not go as deep as you previously should have gone, that is a decision you make prior to the lift. It's effectively cowardice. You put the weight on your back, you look down and you've gone to yourself, I don't think I can do this. I know, I'll do it a little bit. Yeah, that is a completely different thing from doing a bicep curl and realize, wow, I can't actually do this, and then putting a little bit of momentum in, rotating the shoulders a little bit to get it up, or doing a cheat rep. The difference is massive. If you are doing reps with a bicep curl or a deadlift and your back rounds, it is not ideal. You really want to avoid that. But ultimately, that rep still counts. You'll still get all of the hypertrophy and muscle recruitment from that rep. If you do a squat and you don't go to depth, you did not do a squat. You pretended to do a squat. For instance, it's the exact same thing, though not to the same degree, as taking all the weight off and doing a squat and saying, well, I did that one because, yeah, I did it. You didn't do it. If you don't do a squat with all the weight on your back, it's not a squat, and if you don't do a squat to depth, it's not a squat. It's a pretend squat. I can't say that this is a bicep curl. Doesn't count, does it? I would never do. No one would ever do that and say that counted as a rep. No one would ever do that. No one would ever do a tricep extension like this and say that counted as a rep, yeah? You wouldn't do a chest press like this and say it counted as a rep. So don't do squats that don't go to depth. Going to depth on your squat is the best way to A, avoid injury, and B, actually build your legs and your core and your abs, posterior chain, everything. If you don't go to depth on your squat, you might as well go home. And I see it in the gym all the time, people doing squats like this. Fantastic. Great for, well, nothing. They're useless. If you do a squat that doesn't quite go to depth, it's bad for your knees. Not only is it bad for your knees, it will develop quads, but only quads. And you'll neglect your glutes, your hamstrings, build asymmetry there, and that will lead to further injuries, and it'll be difficult to rectify later. You need to take it right back to basics. So lose your ego and gain some courage. You must have courage. Failing's not a big deal. Don't be afraid to go to failure. Don't ever be afraid to go to failure. Be afraid of not doing the exercise properly. If you need to reset your weight 3 times in a row and go back to half of what you were lifting before to hit depth, then that's just what you gotta do. A lot of people that I train, they'll step up to the bar and I'll be like, what do you squat? And they'll go, oh, I'll squat this whatever number. And I'll put them on and say half that and say, just show me your squats. The first thing they'll do are these are the knee joint, yeah? These are the knees. Not a squat. Got to strip them all the way back down, build them up again, reset that ego, because they are not doing squats. You've got to go to depth. If you want to see how squats should be and what kind of depth they are, check out my Road to Recovery playlist, if I can remember. Link is here. Or I've got other squat videos. Anytime you see me squat, do it like that, I guess. I've got videos of me squatting high bar and low bar, always to depth. BradleyAidenJohnson@gmail.com. If you have any queries or fevers or suggestions or anything, let me know. Other than that, like the video, like my Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and of course subscribe. Peace!